All right, we're live. Looking good?
Everybody's game for everybody's set up, nobody's having a major problem. That's all.
Like the other game trailers just playing right after this.
What's that?
Are the other game trailers playing like right after this?
At the very end, yeah, we go through all the trailers. Yeah, I recommend sitting somewhere near the front so that when your slide comes up, I can bring you up.
I can jump in here. Did I tell you the thing?
Oh, you're doing it? Yeah. Oh, great. That's fantastic. Oh, fantastic.
I locked in for the January. You don't have
I know the big is because I play the game. I'm super like that.
You're the instructor at U of M for EECS.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm a sophomore, but I love this thing.
Fantastic.
So, like, I wanted to take it as an upper elective because I take them all next fall. So, is this going to be open?
Yeah, so EECS 494 is always available every semester.
Okay.
However, it's not an upper level CS course, it's a capstone course.
Oh.
And so typically you only take one capstone in your college career. 494 can be it if you want it to be.
Okay.
And you can take it as early as you want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, though usually it's recommended you take it in your final year.
Okay. Can you take more than one capstone? Okay, yeah, I need to take this though. This
Keep in mind that if you take more than one capstone, the second capstone does not become an upper level CS. Okay? So
the second one is the what?
the second capstone does not convert to an upper level CS.
Yeah, so it would actually have to be an upper level CS.
So a second capstone doesn't really accomplish anything as far as college requirements go. Yep. But if you're really into game dev, it might be worth taking anyway.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. At first I didn't see you because I didn't know I was super so you're like
Look how laggy this cursor is. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to this edition of the EECS 494 plus EMU Student Game Showcase. It's going to be a fantastic night. But before we get out there into the main hallway, you've seen all those fantastic games, right? Before you get out there and play in those games, we're going to introduce this thing, okay? What on earth is going on tonight, right? What is this course? And we even have some really cool special things to show you as well, okay? And so, what on earth is going on here? Well, this is the EECS 494 Showcase, okay? And for a lot of these students, right, we've done a lot of play tests. But this is the first big kind of moment where the students get to kind of put their projects in front of a big crowd and get a ton of data, okay? And it is quite interesting data, right? You'll see a lot of these students standing behind their booths. When you get out there, ask them questions. Ask them, you know, how did you make the game? Why did you make certain decisions, okay, when you were designing it? We're going to have voting at the end. I'll explain to you kind of how that works. And you can expect to see quite a few interesting booths and even some costumes here as well. So it's usually a pretty fun night, okay? And yeah, like it could get a bit crazy. I don't even remember what game this was, okay? And is that a real cheat? No, I don't think so. You can just imagine, okay? We have a website that I'm going to show you a little bit later where you can find all the games that are going to be available tonight. You can play them later, okay? You can play them online, you can play them at home, and that's also where you're going to end up voting as well, okay? 494showcase.com, all right? So what on earth is EECS 494? What's that 494 number even mean? Well, EECS 494 is a game development class. It's one of our main ones here at the University of Michigan. You know, a year or two ago, it was pretty much the only one. And the way the course starts, it starts very, very fast. In the first 3 weeks, we basically recreate. Has anyone seen this game, by the way? Right? Okay. Well, we recreate The Legend of Zelda, all right, the first dungeon, or in Metroid, the first region. We don't just recreate it, we also add additional things to it. You may have seen Zelda before, but you probably, do you remember the part with the motorcycle? Okay, jumping lava, running over tiny enemies, right? So the students don't just recreate things, but they work their design chops as well, okay? Trying to inject as many interesting decisions and as much good guidance into their games as possible, okay? And then, right, we come back, we do some prototypes, and then we have a 7-week project in which the teams make a big showcase game, the kind of game that you might see on Steam, okay? And so that's how it goes. Some of the games even go further, and they actually go out and they sign publishing deals. They launch it on Steam. This is one that did that, a game called Yoked. You can play it at home if you want to right now. And it's not just for entertainment, right? Anyone know where this is? Downtown by Liberty Plaza? This is the Ann Arbor Spark. It's where we have our IGDA meetups, actually. It's an incubator. And what that means is that startup companies go there and they receive help, right? They receive access to capital. They receive legal services, advice, stuff like that. Well, if you go there, you'll find a lot of really awesome startups that are using game dev technologies and game dev techniques for non-game dev purposes, which is really interesting. Things like social media visualization. When you know game dev, you can build something like this in like a couple days. No big deal, all right? You can build little research utilities. This one is actually ingesting a bunch of data that shows you how someone is interacting with their phone. Okay, this one is one of my favorites. Downtown, you'll find a company called Brideview. Has anyone been to the Ginger Deli on Liberty Street? Incredible place, great food. It's owned by the same people. They actually used 494 and Wolverine Soft student talent to build this wonderful Bride View app, which lets you kind of design your wedding. What kind of tapestries are going to be there, right? What kind of chairs, where are people going to sit before you drop the big bucks to actually make that wedding happen, okay? It reminds me of The Sims a little bit. Anyone play that? I'm a fan of that series, okay? Don't ask why. This is another great one. Downtown, you'll find Christina York's team at Spellbound AR that uses game dev technologies and techniques, and a ton of our students actually, to bring pop-up books for children to life, okay? They do this in kind of a medical setting so that, a kid comes in to the hospital, they're nervous, they've got an operation coming up, you can calm them down, you can distract them, you can engage them with this kind of stuff. A very, very kind of humanitarian use for game dev, okay? So it's not just all for fun. Of course, that's a huge part of it too. All right, game dev is bleeding into everything else these days. In fact, there's pretty much no place you can't find game dev technologies and techniques. Here is, does anyone know what this is? This is, I believe, a Worldwide Developer Conference. Steve Jobs, it says right in the title, okay? Spoiler, right? I'm going to show you this short clip, okay? Pay very close attention to how the audience reacts to certain features, okay? All right. These are people getting super excited about an operating system. Keep that in mind. Let's take a look. Introducing the dock.
Anything in here I want. I can put websites, I can put documents, I can put anything, applications, anything that I use, I can rearrange in a bill, and the dock just accommodates anything I want. When I drag something out, it gets bigger. Now, a question would be, well, how small can it get? Well, it can get pretty small, actually. You can actually set the maximum tile size, and it'll shrink from there if you have more stuff. You can actually say, well, it'll get really small. I can hold like 128 things here. How would I ever see them, though, if they get this small, or if I even prefer them this small? Well, we have something we call magnification, which works kind of like this.
Right? Look at these people. They're going crazy. Right? And this is just an operating system feature. But what we would typically call that in game dev is we would call that juice, right? It's a funny term, right? But the operating system on Mac just feels good to interact with, right? It has surprising, unique features. It's full of personality, okay? And that's the expectation going forward. People these days are expecting their applications, even their banking apps, right, to be juicier, to be more interesting, right, to be nicer to use, and that means game dev techniques are coming into play, okay? So it truly is everywhere. You cannot hide. It's not just engineering, okay? It's not just engineering, right? My course is mainly engineers, but we have to go beyond that, right? And so we have things like project management. You have to be very careful with your resource allocation, okay? Only so many hours in a day, only so many people on a team, and they all have different skills. Who are you going to assign to what task? And if you make a mistake, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it in the form of those late nights, okay? Any of my students feel any late nights this semester? Well, yeah. Yeah, that happens, okay? That happens, and that's not a good thing. You're not winning if you're up too late, okay? All right. But project management, business, production is a very big deal. What about art, right? Games are first and foremost, perhaps, a very visual medium. The first impression, art is very important. How are you going to engineer your tools so that artists can use them, okay? What goes into choosing a good art style? This stuff all matters, right? Doesn't matter if you're an engineer or not. What about music, audio? Okay, do we have any musicians in here? Right? Audio. Audio is the key to the heart. You want your players to feel something, you got to have audio, okay? And, of course, design. What's really interesting right here is something we call paper prototyping. In many cases, you can know if your game mechanics, if your game systems are going to work before you drop a line of code, okay? And it's really good to figure out your ideas are bad at this stage, okay, before you burn a bunch of time and money implementing all that, okay? All right. This is one of my favorite use cases of game dev. This is called Neuro VR, and it's very special to me, okay? And I'll explain why in just a moment, but I think you'll feel why when I show it to you. Okay, watch this footage right here. And I want the big screen. Let's go to big screen. Would you believe me if I told you one student made most of this? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if Rockstar developers existed before this kid, right? But now I definitely believe. This Neuro VR comes out of Dr. Christian's laboratory in Michigan Medicine. And most of it was made by one of my star students, Daniel Kortemeyer, who actually came through 494. I think he even did a little bit of Wolverine Soft stuff as well. And the reason I bring this up isn't just because this is like one of my favorite applications ever of game dev. Like, you know what this is? This was used to rehabilitate patients, right? When you have lost some of your motor skills, motor abilities, the doctor can actually customize the exercises, the mini games that you saw, and can put patients through, track their progress, track their statistics, and it's a really engaging way of getting them back into it, okay? And very highly customizable as well, just very high quality stuff, right? Unfortunately, Daniel passed away suddenly on October 18th, 2020. He had pretty much just graduated, had a fantastic job, and he just passed away. A tremendous loss for our community, a tremendous loss for our state. One of the true rock star students who stay in our state, and we lost him, okay? And extraordinarily sad. But his inspiration, right? Because here's the thing, Daniel was extremely competitive. And he is at the showcase right now. He had his game Turbo Neon, a tremendous game, right out there in the hallway where we are tonight. And so it's just so sad that we lost him. But his example continues to inspire us, right? In fact, his use of game dev for that rehabilitation actually inspired the XR course, which is the kind of the newest game dev course we have here, the 498.003. And so kind of in honor of him and of the family, what we're going to do is we're actually going to relaunch his game Turbo Neon. You can find it on the website right at the top. And if you want to play it at home, then you can download a copy. It's a tremendous, tremendous game. It's multiplayer, 4-player multiplayer. I'm going to show you the trailer right here. It's a pretty fun one. Let's take a look.
Across a pulsating cyberspace. Maintain momentum around borders. Shatter onto other players to gain momentum. Split-screen multiplayer. Race what glory is. Turbo VR.
Good stuff, huh? Good stuff. All right. So it'll be available on I like the trailer, maybe not that much though. Every time I click it, it tries again. Anyway, you'll be able to find it on the website if you like. And so much thanks to Daniel Kortemeyer's family and to Daniel for his inspiration. We are not just UMich students here, right? We are joined by the fabulous program at Eastern Michigan University, led by Corbin Reeves. Corbin, would you like to say a word?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, I mean, it has been an absolute pleasure over the, coming up on 5 years now.
Yes.
That we've been here at the showcase. It's been a ton of fun. Our students get to participate in this showcase due to their Unity 1 course that they have here at Eastern. This is our simulation, animation, and gaming's first, really only programming course. This is the first time a lot of them have sat down to make a game. They've gone through and learned C# for the sake of being here. We make 3D generalists at Eastern. That's our goal, is we try to build them up to be the greatest 3D artists, depending on their personal specialization and what they choose to focus on. But we want them to be ready to work in Engine on a team should they join, so they get some experience of that in Unity 1. That means, though, that the games that you see out there tonight, this is their first major dive into game development. Not only that, this is their first time working together in a team in our program. We lump them together, give them about 4 weeks to build their game, and then we make them do it in 2D. So we take 3D artists, make them program, and make a game in 2D. Sounds a little crazy, right? But it's a little easier to get them up to speed and going. We have seen some amazing progress over the past couple of years as we built this program out and expanded on it. So much so that the department is now looking for a full-time game development full-time game development faculty to come in and create some new program classes that can take us so much further and allow our students who are interested in focusing on game development, not just 3D art, to build themselves up and make themselves excellent examples to go out and work in the industry. And I'm so excited to see that progress happen with Eastern. And I'm so excited to see all the games that the students have made at the showcase. And a special thank you to all of the faculty who make this possible at Eastern. So thank you so much, Austin, for letting us do this.
Thank you. And a quick note, Corbin's done this for many years and is a huge part of why EMU's program has gotten to the place it is. And he's getting promoted. He's moving on to bigger and better things. He's now going to be faculty of game dev at Kettering University and Lawrence Tech University. Congratulations, Corbin.
This isn't the end of my time helping out EMU, and hopefully this isn't the end of my attendance here at the showcase.
Yep.
But it has been an absolute pleasure, and I'm so grateful to have been able to work with the students over the past 5 years. So thank you all for everything tonight, and I hope that everybody has a great time.
Thank you, Corbin. All right, MQ, come on up. There's a tremendous studio. You may have heard of it, you may have not. MQ, what is this thing?
Yeah, Wolverine Soft Studio, founded 2019 as University of Michigan student-run game dev organization. Its primary mission is to essentially help aspiring game devs break into the industry. Each semester, we take a game from pre-production to launch in under 12 weeks. These are some of the games that we've made over the last couple of years. You can find us on itch, Steam, and our website, of course. And also we prioritize helping people network and receive mentorship as well. Getting to the game that we're releasing, Tales of War is a case study of Wargroove. If you played it, it's an online multiplayer turn-based strategy game. We made it with a team of 50 people in 2 semesters. It's being showcased outside those doors if you want to go check it out. And it will be on Steam in mid-January. So go check it out.
You think version control is tough with 4 or 5 people? Try 50.
Enjoy.
bones crush under my forehead. I fight not for victory, but for glory. Do I smell fear? Only wars and conquers.
All right, well done, team. Okay, and I think if you're interested in next semester's Wolverine Soft Studio, you can use this QR code if you want to sign up, or just go to the Wolverine Soft website and you'll be all good, okay? We have an independent study project by Daniel Park. What is Ronin Trail?
Hi, so my name is Danny, and I'm the sole developer of Ronin Trail, which is a open world adventure game about a samurai in Unreal Engine 4. I first started developing the game about 3 years ago now, before I came to Michigan, and I've continually been working on the game since then. This semester, I was fortunate to be able to work on the game as an independent study for some credits, and last summer, the game was fully funded on Kickstarter, and there is also a Steam page up now. So if you're interested, please come check out the booth, and also wishes the game on Steam.
This game's going to sell a few copies. You'll see why in a sec. Let's take a look. Ronin Trail. Ronin Trail. Oh, not again. Oh, here we go. Okay, so what's the schedule for tonight? Well, currently I'm showing you trailers. I'm telling you about stuff. Okay, that's what's going on now. In just a few moments, we're going to actually show you each trailer for the games we have out there. Won't take too long, okay? Each is just 45 seconds long, okay? Then from 7:45 to about 9:45, you'll have about 2 hours to play all the games, okay? Play as many as you can. Identify your 5 favorites, okay? And then vote for them, all right? How are you going to vote? You're going to go on to 494showcase.com or scan the QR codes that we posted on all the pillars out there, okay? There you go. We'll do the voting results at about 9:45. Try and be out of here around 10, okay? All right. Voting, again, you go to 494showcase.com or scan the QR codes out there. If you're on a desktop, you'll see this little vote here, but on your phone, it'll probably be at the top. You click it, and you get to choose whatever 5 games that you want, okay? There you go, right up there at the top on mobile, okay? In putting on an event like this, there's a lot of people you got to thank, okay? A lot of people contribute, right? Marketing, Stephen Crane, Zachary Champion, Michael Climeris. I tell people my greatest fear at night is the students work so hard and then no one shows up. But I don't think we have that problem today, okay? And a big thanks to these people for helping out with that, okay? Thank you so much. And I believe we have George and Stephen here, don't we? Right in the back. The equipment and facilities. Thank you so much. we usually blow out power a couple times. And however, in the past, we've always been able to fix it. And it's because of their excellent work we're able to do that. However, they got the electrical out there kind of reworked. So there's no chance that we're going to blow out. No chance at all. Totally. Okay? We'll be fine, everyone. So we actually collaborate with other courses as well. So we're mostly engineers in 494. The PAT 305 students, led by Professor Matthew Thompson in Performing Arts Technology, actually do a lot of the music for our course. Any of those musicians in here? Professor Thompson, are you here? No? All right. Thank you so much for your work, yeah? My senior consultants, I appreciate it so much. My parents back there, thank you so much for helping me out. It's a tough semester, everyone. All the EMU SAG faculty, Corbin and I are super grateful to you. We're super grateful to all the former EECS 494 professors, which have given us this great foundation we've built atop. Thank you so much to all the 494 and UMich alumni. A lot of students come back to this event every year, and great support from all of the Michigan computer science faculty and staff. Greatly appreciated. Most of all, to the EECS 494 students who have really put in a tough amount of work. Like this is a tough course, and you don't quite realize what that word means and why it's tough until you take the course, okay? So thank you for dealing with all my feedback and all that, okay? But also, thank you so much for our staff. Alex Kalams, thank you so much. Grading this course is not easy. It's like grading an exam every single week. Every team gets about 20 minutes of video footage of us giving feedback, and that is not easy, especially early on when the games aren't that great. They're great now. They're fantastic now. We love to play them now. Okay? And also, Rashil Tala, thank you so much. Uh-oh, it's playing your...
In the fight for the planet.
Okay, he fights for the planet for sure. Anhua Wu, I don't think Anhua is here, but we're very, very grateful to her. She's also helping me with like my research team and a bunch of other stuff as well. So she's very, very busy. Maybe she'll hear us if we clap loud enough. Okay, and the final thing before we get to those trailers and then get you out of here, okay? Some advertising, all right? Please indulge me for just a moment. There is a relatively new course, the EECS 498 XR. You want to learn Unreal Engine? You want to learn VR, AR, or just contribute to your portfolio a bit more? It's an easier course. It's like 494's really chill younger sibling, okay? So don't worry. You can take this with 482. You'll be okay, I think. All right? You can learn more at bit.ly, UMich XR. That actually has seats open, okay? So consider it, all right? And then we also, is Natalie Fang, is Professor Fang here? No? Okay, I'll put her course out there. SI 311, Games and UX, okay? If you're interested in how to make great UIs or great user experiences for your games, SI 311 is a really good choice. We haven't got approved for Flex Tech credit yet, but we're working on that, okay? Give it a thought, all right? And I think that is it. It's time for some trailers. Let's get to it. So first up, what's going to happen? We're going to show you the trailer, and then we clap, and then we move on, okay? Okay. And can I get the lights all the way off, maybe? Okay. Everyone. All right. Okay. So, first up, not Rent-A-Bat. Who wrote that? Okay. It's Rent-A-Bot by Bossman Studios. Let's take a look.
Alright, YouTube. Let's show these pesky workers how it's done. And this is the co-op experience. Racing against clock to meet impossible quotas. All while the working conditions that will make ocean dry. grab your resources, carry some guy, charge up your batteries, or just throw around the vacuum breakfast bed. When disaster strikes, use your trusty toolbox to save the day. Use a fabricator to provide a process resources and shiny new human chips. Just don't ask how it works. It's top secret. These chips aren't made themselves. You better get to it.
Rentabot. All right. And by the way, team, like stand up as we. Where is it, Rentabot team? Where are you? Right here. Okay. Good job. Next up, we have Drawn Together by Drawn Together Studios.
Script and sketch in a storybook filled with wonder and harmony. Tragedy struck, pages from their book were torn out, scattering their story into chaos. Use script's mighty shield and sketches extras wind abilities to help piece back their tattered tale. The two must combine their powers to choose forward and ends and solve their various puzzles. In Drawn Together, teamwork isn't just a strategy, it's the only way forward.
Drawn Together. Okay, next up we have Clumpy Stay Cool by Mini Machines.
And Stay Cool, he plays the chillest little dude in town, Clumpy. An ice cream cone that's come to life and has entire need to see the sights before he falls. But this town has to beat the heat before time runs out. Jump through obstacles, face dangerous spots, and get to the finish line. Only you can see is snowy paradise.
All right, stay cool. Next up, we have Archerous Arcana by Game Name Studio.
In an ever-unique, procedurally generated world, a girl and her bow must trek through hordes of enemies to escape the forest. But her bow won't be all she has. Choose and unlock from an array of different abilities and runes. All so the Arcane Archeress can achieve her one goal. Escape the forest.
Archerous Arcana. Okay, next up we have Skyward Slime, Smiles Ascent by Trio Innovations.
Join Smile the Slime as he embarks on an extraordinary journey. This is the Our game. Skyward Slime's Smile Ascent, where adventure is in a quest to reunite with the lost loved ones. Smile, our hero, separated from his family by an unknown force. Only to return upwards to a labyrinth of challenging platforms, enemies, and unique obstacles. Smile, having a series of challenging levels slash and block your path, acquire and upgrade your abilities to aid you on your journey. Skyward Slime Ascent isn't just a game, it's an adventure that tugs at your heartstrings.
Skyward Slime. Next up we have Wisp by Luminous Studios.
Welcome to College Tech. Our historic dorms have housed generations of students. But not all chapters are meant to be revisited. Introducing Wisp, a
Grant me with mercy, our adventure game, armed only with your trusty lighter. Navigate puzzles, innovate like hungry monsters. The power of your lighter extends far beyond mere illumination. Explore, experiment, and let its flame shape the world around you. It may just be the key to your survival.
Wisp. Next up, we have Moving Up by Moonwalkers.
Pilot, brace yourself for life or death mission. All the items are requested must be returned to our planet, and all the Earth cows must be brought with them. We have given you one of our best ships with powerful beams to pick up your targets, and a deadly weapon that can be fueled by your environment. Carefully using the beam to beat its energy rapidly. A friend of mine runs the builders here, and he will help you on your mission. For a price. Beware, be careful not being about hazards. Those passengers in our home, do you ever taste them? Good luck, pilot. God bless you.
Moving Up. Next up, we have Surrounded by Us by Meltdown. Right, Surrounded by Us. Okay, next up, we have Broadcast Day by Static Memory Studio.
You woke up in a world that's not yours, in a body that's not yours. You can't remember being human. You want to remember. You need to navigate a strange, sprawling city full of danger and obstacles and unusual new threats. Upgrade your body and explore even further. There has to be someone in this city who knows how to help you. There must be. You will find him.
Broadcast Day. Next up, we have Chrono Cavern, A Journey Home by P3 Group 12.
In World Starred by War, a young girl's accidental discovery marks the beginning of the extraordinary journey. Thrust into an enigmatic ram by a mysterious portal. Watch as she transforms in time from a curious girl to a strong warrior or a wise elder, each age bringing new insight and strength. But this world is more than meets the eye. Watch as simple objects gain extraordinary purposes and portals. A withered tree becomes a path. A single drop of water revives the remnants of life. Are you ready to traverse this ever-shifting world?
Chrono Caverns. Next up, we have Dungeon Dash by Tagworks Studios. Oops. Hey team, Do you have a video here? Team, where are you? Do you put a video on? You've got like a few more games. So how many more minutes? 5 minutes. Can you get it up there? We'll show it. Go for it. Okay, next up we have The Outlaw's Journey by the Depressed Gamers.
In a world where bounty hunters rule the Wild West, one crazy outlaw determined to prove them wrong to rescue his girl, even if it kills him. His mode as he runs, jumps, dashes, and penetrates bullets through his enemies throughout 3 crazy levels, plus power to the booster speed, discover hidden paths, and above all, challenge the bosses at each level to where it reaches her. Bessie, this is the force. Will he manage to achieve this impossible rescue mission? Find out this December 6th on itch.io.
All right, Outlaw's Journey. So I think I hold on, I have a technique here. Okay, I've got a technique. 494showcase.com. This is what you should do later tonight. And if I'm streaming, it might crash my computer. So hold on a second. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so hold on a second. Where are we? Dungeon Dash. Trailer here. Let's go. Okay, Dungeon Dash.
There once was a sneaky thief who stumbled upon a secret dungeon that contained a strange globe. Hoping for treasure, the thief stole the light. Little did they know the dungeon was haunted.
In Dungeon Dash, play against the friends as the sneaky or the ghostly lane. The thief must traverse lava, traps, and quicksand to continue to find out. Don't let the ghost trap you, and try not to die. The ghost can do everything in their power to slow the thief down, collect spirit energy, rearrange rooms, manipulate light, freeze the player, and more. Who will win? Will the thief steal the light, or will the ghost protect its dungeon?
Dungeon Dash. All right, next up we have The Power of Fire by the Installation Wizards.
Lost in the shadows, the young wizard awakens. How did he get there? How will he get out? No evidence. No help. Will he use the power of explosions? Use powerful blasts with careful aim. Place on the environment. Combine them with that. Further rates and correct trajectory.
What awaits on top of the tower? Or at least
The Power of Fire. Next up, we have Sidekick by Studio 4.
The year is 2092. The city of Cytoria is in disarray after stole the city's power. The most noble, smart, and brave can save Cytoria. Oh, maybe not. Fortunately, he's got a good side. You solve puzzles together, protect the fallen hero, and watch him take all the credit to save Cytoria and find out Google. Play Sidekick now.
Sidekick. Next up, we have Tracy and the Magic Brush by TCY Games.
Tracy Lines is a young, aspiring artist who was on her way to her first ever art showcase when, bam! An evil and rather petty bitch crossed her path and cursed her into her own paintings. While the path forward may be unknown, with her mystical paintbrush, she can create her own. Use a mouse or a Nintendo Wii remote to help Tracy cross gaps, avoid obstacles, and even use elemental colors for special situations. Will you help free Tracy from her curse? The adventure awaits in Tracy and the Magic Brush.
Tracy. All right, everyone, get out there and have fun. If you're a developer, send like half your team out to play the games too, okay? Play some games too. Yeah.
So Eastern's computer science department has a computer game programming course. Not his.
Oh.
Like computer science.
Oh.
Do you think that they could come here and showcase?
We can have a longer conversation about that after the
Yeah,
sure.
there are a lot of things to talk about, including capacity issues.
Yeah.
So, like if we have too many teams, they're just not going to fit. But it's not impossible. Yep.
To keep that going.
Everyone on the stream, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Please vote as well. You're allowed to vote as well, and we'll see you next time. Okay? Take care, everyone. Have a phenomenal night. Bye bye.